Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 7th to the 13th of August. Still in your summer period, so things should really be hotting up, which is really good. Yeah, have you engaged in it all? I've got to say that we've got the Lions, this is the Lionsgate coming up this week, and it's all about manifestation. And I've seen in everybody's reading, like we saw in the monthly readings as well, that there's going to be complications during this week and maybe seeping into the following week after that between the 14th and the 21st. And, you know, it's a time of manifestation, as I say. I'm going to be doing a collective reading on Monday for the Lionsgate and on your sign for Wednesday. And we're going to be taking it right up to the end of August. But yeah, so there's been off-the-wall reading, so be prepared for an off-the-wall reading. Let's just see what's going on with you. Overall energies here, Page of Pentacles. It's opening up the path. I think this is where you're coming through your summer period. You're in the height of your summer period. So things, you should be looking a little bit more to the longer-term plans now. Initiating that changes that you should have been doing over the last sort of like month within you. And now you're starting to build that medium-term plan. That medium-term plan is all about like a 9-month, it's like a gestation period. It's planting that seed. When you plant that seed, it's going to take 9 months between planting the seed and actually collecting the fruit, obviously depending on what you're planting. But it's not just quick turnarounds here. You know, it's talking about the medium-term sort of cycle for you. And it's engaging with it as well, and that creates a lot of luck for you. Let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. Here's your karmic message here for the relationship side. Page of Wands. It is opening this pathway. That's what a page does. That's what they're learning to be a knight, and they open the pathway to make the secure and the best path going forward. And you're opening it with your passions. This is very much a sort of Sagittarius card. You're being you, basically, and blow the world. That's the sort of feeling I get. Kind of going, yeah, I am who I am, and if you know you got a problem with it, you got a problem with it. It's your problem, not mine. You know, you shouldn't have to change yourself entirely for everybody else that is around you. So yeah, being you is really important. I think this is where you're opening up, you know, the overall sort of plan for you going forward and engaging with your passions. Basically, the universe here is asking you to play smart. This is where it's sort of kind of like, you know, being you, I think, is really important. I think that's what the playing smart's all about. It's not a case of, you know, making sure everybody else is in a really good place before you are, because that's just not going to happen. There's 7 billion people on this planet. You're not going to make it happen. So make sure you're looking after yourself, making sure you're going after your passions in life. And don't worry, the people who need to be on your path that is also passionate about the same similar sort of things you're passionate about, or passionate about you as well, you'll find them there. You know, what's your past brought you in? I thought this is exactly what I'm saying. Over the last couple of months, I think you've done a good bit of work here, and you've created a situation within your relationships that you're owning your surroundings in a very physical way. So it's a lot easier for you to make decisions and just act on them. Which is when you're like that, there's you know, you're on fire. There's no one else better, really. And I think that's what you've been setting up over the past, which is connecting your future. And your guides are helping you to do that with the coincidences that are around you. Look at this, from the Page of Wands, what did I say? They're learning to be the Knight of Wands. And this is your future. Going through that Emperor, playing smart, making sure you're in a really good place. You're opening up a very passionate path for you, and it's going to bring in a lot of security within your life, because it's going to bring to you the passions that you are looking for, that you are engaging with life about. And you know, if you're looking for a relationship, I think before you can really get into it, and I think this is what the manifestation is on the Lion's Gate, is you have to realize the passion in you in order to get the best out of life. And then you get the Queen of Wands. So the scenario is here, the Page of Wands creates the path, the Knight of Wands secures the path for the King or the Queen to come through, for the royalty to come through. And with this is what you set up, is the Emperor card here, and you've got the Queen of Wands at the top. This is playing totally into your strengths. I'm inclined to sort of say that in the future, not necessarily this week, because this is the week where you've got to engage your passions. This is the week where you've got to do the page and night. Yeah, but what's going to come out of it is what you've set up is that. And that is a really powerful couple. And that's what I think you're setting up here. If you're not in a relationship, I think a relationship is coming up that's going to be very powerful for you and very magical, and give you a lot of inspiration and happiness for life. If you're in a relationship already, it's engaging with your passions, which is going to take your couple to another level. But whatever it is, you've got to be passionate about it, and you've got to be the leader of your relationships, basically. And this week here is really setting it up. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. On your karmic path here is the Eight of Swords. Normally I would say that's sort of like you've got to be free. And I think it is in a way, I think you may have just been in the same treadmill over and over and over and over and over again. Pre-Nine of Swords sort of card. And your karmic mission here, it's a difficult situation. Yeah, I think there's a freedom of exploration that you need to do. That you want to explore the avenues of your chosen craft or profession or your business or your projects. But there is also an aspect of it is almost because you're bringing it in, if you understand what I mean. And it's a fine line between the two. It's almost setting your boat up the way you can. There's not much wind about and it's a bit gusty, but it's setting your boat up so when the gusts do come, then you can free yourself up. And I think it's your karmic mission to realise what works for you and what doesn't, and really get a focal point on your passions, on your art of what you've chosen to do in your life, in the material world. The universe is trying to bring you happiness after difficulty. I think that's the difficulty of letting go maybe of yourself and realising that, yeah, you're allowed success. You know, yes, you need to merit it, but you are the one who defines that merit. And I think, don't look at the outside world for that. Once the universe here is the Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups is a beautiful card. It is happiness, but it's happiness through seeing the reality for what it is. And when you see it for really what it is, then you can kind of go, oh, right, now I can play with it. Now I can actually construct something that works for me, that makes me happy. And it's after all that confusion and questioning, that's what's coming to an end. And that's what that is all about. It's kept you a little bit stuck on your career path. And now it's going to become very clear for you. And in the past, yeah, I think you've been focusing a lot on your weaknesses, actually, more than anything else. A little bit on your doubts and stuff like that. That's in your past. But there is a bit of a blessing in there. And that's what I'm sort of saying there about sometimes you've got to wait for the wind to come to your boat to collect your sails, as it were. And there's a bit of that aspect of that. And I think that's what's been in the past is maybe a little bit too much waiting, but I think it's actually a blessing in disguise because you're going to be able to see things a lot better for what they are. And this week here is making that choice to, this is your future self, to actually engage with your heart or with your heart, basically, which, the things in life that make you like brilliantly engaged and loved and loving life. And there is a lot of offers coming in here. You've got 2 nights here in your future thing. There's a lot of get up and go sort of energy here. And within your material world, whichever you've chosen to do in your life, there seems to be an offering coming in for you. And that's what I was talking about, waiting for the win. And this is the week to do it. This is the week to start seizing upon even the smallest of opportunities that is being offered to you. And I would really go for it because it is going to change your fortune. This is amazing. This is a brilliant setup you've had here. Painful one, I think, as well, or it's been difficult for you. But because you've been through that difficulty, that's where your change of fortunes come into play. And you are destined here for a real big boost within your material life. There is no doubt about it. I'm going to clarify now with the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for your support for this channel. in any which way you see fit regarding the YouTube channel. So liking, subscribing, but also sharing across all media platforms really does help out as well. That's really nice. But there's also links in the description below, links to private readings that you can book up with my good self, or private healing session. There's also an email in the description because I'm going to be giving energy workshops, which is my main daytime job in a way. I've been doing it for 20 years, and it helps people. What I do is I help people to understand and learn about their connection to energy in a really formidable way that really empowers people, and it's absolutely a beautiful weekend. So I'm going to be doing them in September, October in the UK, October and November in the United States. If you can just drop us an email if you want to come on these workshops, just tell me where you are in the world, how far you're willing to travel, so then I can try and organise places that is close to you, so then I can give you a heads up on when the workshop is going to be and where it's going to be. Okay, let's get on with the clarification. Thank you very much, Sagittarius, for being with us. Wheel of Fortune. This is the overall energy. It's the wind of change is coming to your sails. Working towards that medium-term plan. Getting a lot of luck going on in your life. And I think it bodes well for both sides. Not just on one side, but both sides here. And there's a definite position and attitude you need to take. This is what this week's all about. With the Page of Wands, you get the Ten of Cups. What was I talking about? Happiness after difficulty, seeing the reality for what it is. I think you're seeing how, your strengths, seeing the power of you, seeing the wonder that you can bring to a relationship. And this could be anything to do with friends, family, partners, anything really. But it's really nice. It's nothing but happiness, really. That's play smart, head towards your happiness, and I think that's what the universe is encouraging you to do. Stop messing around now. Don't waste your time on any sort of relationships that is not heading towards happiness. Play to your strengths, play to your happiness, basically. With the Emperor card, you get the Ace of Cups. This is blinding. That strength, I think, of recognizing that strength in you that I was talking about in the Page of Wands there, will bring you into that happiness and allow you to express your heart in any relationship that is around you. It is a real change of fortune for you. I think the lull that you might have been going through has really come to an end. And with the Knight of Wands, you get the Knight of Wands. This is absolutely beautiful. You are getting engaged with your passions, and you're connecting with someone else, I think. And I think this passion's here, and I think you know when it works, and when it's working, you're going to push it even further. And I think you should literally just push it all the way. Push it. Feel good. What was that? Salt and pepper, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, push it. Feel good, man. Feel good. Queen of Wands. Stop procrastinating, get into the moment, enjoy the moment, jump into the waves. As a surfer, a surfer will always sit on the beach, have a look at the break, see how it's breaking before they start trying to get through the white water. So you can pick out the best path to go out to the breakers, and you get some sort of backdraft of water that pulls you out. That helps you to get out there. And I think this observation time is over, and now it's a case of taking your board and getting out there and getting involved, getting really passionate about the moment, getting passionate about the waves that you're going to be riding. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Let's just have a look, see what's going on your financial side. So we've got the Eight of Swords there, out with the old and in with the new. Yeah, I think this stuck feeling is coming to an end, and I think this is possibly the karmic mission for you. As I say, it is a bit of a patience game that you've been playing here. I think you need to move out of that mode and realise that things are moving on quickly. Very, very fiery, very, very passionate in your life. What's the Ten of Cups all about from the universe? How's that bringing sort of that happiness to you? It's a whole new opportunity. I think this ties into the Knight of Cups, sorry. It's a new dimension that you're going into. it's seeing the reality for what it is. Once you see the reality for what it is, that's when you're going to be happy, and that's when you can start unifying your plan with the world, with the outside you. And the universe wants to bring you into that point of happiness. And I think it's going to be really good for you, actually. Really, really abundant for you. Let's just see what's going on with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, you get the Five of Cups. As I said, I think it's been a difficult path that's brought you to this point. I think you might have been slightly disappointed in it, but you know, don't look to the past, look to the future, because there's beautiful offerings coming into you and into your life. So don't look to the past, look to your future. And then you get the Page of Pentacles. This is basically this. There is an offering coming within the material world, which is very physical, and it ties into a very passionate, heartfelt sort of situation within your life. And it's sort of, the opportunity here is opening up for a very much more sort of longer term plan, longer term possibilities, and it's going to change your life. I think it has that capacity to ultimately change your life. The Wheel of Fortune, you get the Queen of Pentacles as well here. So from the Page of Pentacles through the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles, it's a similar sort of journey that you're going through here, opening up pathways, securing that pathways. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, she has that security because she sat under the Tree of Knowledge, and she knows the Tree of Knowledge is going to bear fruit at some given point. So she's just waiting there for the fruit to be dropping at her feet. And that's what the security is all about. I think you're going to realise the work you've done has actually created this offer that is coming into you. And with the creation of that offer, it's going to realise that, yes, this offer is going to bring me wealth, going to bring me opportunities, going to bring me satisfaction within my workspace. I nearly broke into another song then. Terrible. But, you know, yeah, so it's looking really good for you, Sagittarius. I'm so chuffed about it that things are really starting to move on for you, taking a certain direction. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, don't forget about those Lion Gate readings, a collective on Monday, your sign on Wednesday. I will see you there for then. Thank you very much for everything you do for this channel. It's absolutely beautiful. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.